Hey,
Logan, Molly, how's it going?
it's going well. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. Thank you so much for doing this and congratulations with this amazing movie.
Thank you. Love the Scarface shirt, by the way.
Sick.
I
It-
always tell the truth even when I lie.
uh,
My first question is for Molly. One of the things I love about this movie is that it could have easily leaned into a stereotype, but it doesn't. Iris could have been the typical crazy girl, totally over the top. But I love how even though she literally handcuffs Isaac to a bed, I still found myself rooting for her. Why do you think audiences still connect with her even when she crosses the line?
Well, I appreciate that. I feel like we wanted to make you relate to her. We've all been Iris. We've all look. When you like someone, it's like holding magic in your hands, and you'll do anything to keep it. And if you're drunk and tired and desperate, you're going to go for it. And we kind of wanted to give into the delusions of our darker selves. What if I was 5% crazier? And have this be a character that you could see yourself in, but also go, ooh, I'm glad I'm not her.
And Logan, you spent a lot of this movie handcuffed to a bed, which in a way it doesn't sound so bad when you think about how much waiting around usually happens on a film set. You mentioned though it was challenging but also a really rewarding experience.
mhm.
What surprised you most about filming under those conditions and how did it push you as an actor?
God, it's really limiting. You don't have many options. So it kind of boils down like your ability to explore a scene to like the essence of it, rather than like really playing with a lot of energy and movement and things like that. Uh, yeah, and it was. I mean, that was really fulfilling. I mean, to work within the constraints of the environment, and but no, all in all, it was comfortable. I got to go to work and get in bed all day, so it's a pretty lucky job. We don't get those very often.
Hi Sophie, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. First off, congratulations with this amazing film. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
To kick things off, I want to kind of get into these characters, Iris and Isaac. What's interesting is that both of these characters have their flaws, but they still feel really relatable. There were times where I rooted for Iris, even though what she's doing is clearly wrong, and other times I just wanted Isaac to get away. Do you think that kind of emotional conflict reflects how people sometimes stay tied to things, even when they know it deep down it's not right?
Hmm. Yes, totally. I think it's really hard to I think change is really hard for most people, right? And we get very comfortable in certain dynamics, and there's an element always to the devil being easier than something new. And and I think that's absolutely something that we're exploring in the movie. Ultimately, hopefully you decide to kind of be brave and take a leap and see what you deserve, and you don't try to convince people to want to be with you. But I think, yeah, I think for sure.
Do you hope this movie makes people reflect on how far they'd go for connection? And I guess what is too far?
Yeah, I think that Iris goes too far because I ultimately think you shouldn't have to convince anyone to like you, and I hope audiences take that away. I hope that they recognize. I would, this movie is ultimately meant to entertain people and have fun. But if the takeaway for people is that you have to have better communication in relationships and not convince someone that they should like you, that would be great. I would love that.
I read online that this film, it was shot in 21 days, I believe, right? And you did a fantastic job. Like I said, the movie's amazing. But obviously, I'm sure it came with its struggles. So if you had to describe directing this film in one word, what would it be?
Hmm. All consuming. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's two words, but yeah, it was overwhelming in the best way, which directing really is. It becomes your whole life, and yeah,